Diana Taurasi recently revisited her comments regarding Caitlin Clark's entry into the WNBA, offering a nuanced perspective on the rookie's early challenges and future prospects. Initially, Taurasi faced backlash for suggesting that Clark would need to go through a transition period in professional basketball. However, she emphasized that her statements were taken out of context and intended to reflect the natural growth process that all players experience when moving from college to the professional level. In her first 2 games with the Indiana Fever, Clark has faced significant challenges, which is typical for a player making the leap from college to the pros. The former Iowa star, who was the #1 overall pick, has been thrust into the role of the primary ball handler on a team that struggled last season. This demanding position has highlighted the steep learning curve she faces. Clark's early statistics reflect these growing pains, with a shooting percentage of 30.4% and 13 turnovers over the first 2 games. The Fever have also struggled as a team, starting the season 0-2 with losses that were not particularly close. During an appearance on Arizona Sports 98.7, Taurasi clarified her previous comments, expressing confidence that Clark's game would eventually translate well to the WNBA. She pointed out that her observations were based on her experience and the general adjustment all athletes must make when stepping up to a higher level of competition. Taurasi said, "When I watch games, and I'm sure when you talk to any professional athlete, you think about what they'll look like as a pro. How will it translate? It's going to translate. Like any college quarterback, it's going to take time." Taurasi, a 21-year veteran of the league, highlighted the physical and mental challenges that come with playing in the WNBA. She remarked on the league's physicality and the constant state of adaptation required to succeed. "I still don't feel comfortable," Taurasi admitted. "It's an uncomfortable league, it's physical, it's a grind. You never feel comfortable, you feel used to the things around you as you play more." At the same time, she's in an interesting position where she's played on the ball her whole career. Sometimes you have to play off the ball, sometimes that's the solution. Clark's early struggles are compounded by the strength of her opponents. Her first 2 games were against the Connecticut Sun and the New York Liberty, 2 of the top teams in the league, making her initiation into the WNBA particularly tough. Taurasi's comments emphasize that such challenges are part of the professional growth process, and patience is essential for both the player and her supporters. The initial quote from Taurasi that sparked controversy was, "Reality is coming." This statement, made during an ESPN interview with Scott Van Pelt, was about the adjustment period rookies face. Taurasi, alongside her UConn and Team USA teammate Sue Bird, elaborated that transitioning to professional play involves facing more experienced and physically mature opponents. "Reality is coming. There's levels to this thing and that's just life. We all went through it. You see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side where you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women who have been playing professional basketball for a long time. Not saying that it's not going to translate, because when you're great at what you do, you're just going to get better, but there is going to be a transition period where you're going to have to give yourself some grace as a rookie. It might take a little bit longer for some people." In addition to her comments about Clark, Taurasi sparked further discussion by expressing a preference for drafting UConn star Paige Bueckers over Clark during the Final Four, a sentiment perhaps influenced by her alma mater loyalty. She also remarked on the sensitivity of new fans to critical commentary, which garnered attention in the aftermath. In summary, Taurasi's remarks, while initially controversial, underline the reality that adjusting to the WNBA's demands is a universal challenge for rookies. Her belief in Caitlin Clark's potential remains strong, with the expectation that as Clark adapts, her game will indeed translate and thrive in the professional arena.